Hello and welcome back to another Oblivion Remastered guide video. In this one we are going over how to find and collect all 15 Daedric artifacts and weapons. Each one of these has its own little quest to complete to get the weapon and the artifact, and many of these weapons and items are considered the best gear in game to use, so are worth collecting early. Let's jump into it. At the very top northeast of the map is the Azura Shrine. You may need to persuade Mel's Marin before you can talk to her, and she requires an offering of glow dust, which you can get from the Magic Emporium in Imperial City.
What can I interest you in?
I have seen your name, traveler, and heard it whispered in twilight. I ask a service which holds promise of fame and reward.
All you need to do for this one is head to the Gutted Mine and defeat 5 very tough vampire enemies. Doing this will reward you with Azura's Star when you complete it and return to Azura. A very useful item to get, it's a powerful and reusable unbreakable soul gem.
Thank you, mortal. Their spirits are free.
In between Brahma and Frostcrag Tower is the Shrine of Namira. However, in order to speak to Namira, you must be considered repulsive, and that means reducing your personality to, I think, less than 20 points. The easiest way of doing this is to simply buy a bunch of cheap wine from any innkeeper. Travel to Namira and drink the wine. If you're a high level like I am, you can drink 4, which is not enough, but then you can exit your inventory and quickly re-enter, and it will let you drink more wine. Once you have a low enough personality, you can then speak with Namira and start the quest.
Approach my shrine, child of light. You who walks this plain, basking in the light of the warm, cruel sun.
She wants you to travel south to the ruins of Oghma and use the Shroud of Namira spell on the fanatics inside. And once they're all dead, you can return to Namira to get your reward, which is her ring.
Take my ring. Let it bring pain to others who would wish it upon you. Namira blesses you.
Just outside of Leowyn is the Shrine of Sheogorath, who will reward you with the wabbajack staff. To speak to him, you need to bring him an offering of a head of lettuce, a lesser soul gem, and some yarn. These items are found easily in Imperial City. The Gilded Carafe sells lettuce, the Magic Emporium sells soul gems, and the box outside of them has yarn.
Another mortal dares to summon me, and already I'm bored.
After speaking with Sheogorath, you will start a quest where you need to fulfill a prophecy. Head to the town south of the shrine and talk to Rebassa to start part 1 of the prophecy. You need to draw in some rats. To do this, you need to go to the inn and steal the smelly cheese from the innkeeper's collection, and you can take the cheese outside and place it in the cooking pot. This will attract a bunch of rats, fulfilling part 1 of the prophecy. Once you've done that, Rebassa will put down some rat poison. You can pick that up and you can take this to the sheep's pen, where you can use it to poison all the sheep in order to complete part 2 of the prophecy.
You've done well, mortal. I'm amused, I think.
After you've done that, then Sheogorath will talk to you, and he will complete part 3 of the prophecy on his own. After that, you can return to him to receive the wabbajack weapon as your reward. The Altar of Vermina is found south of Cheandal. However, in order to start this, you'll need a black soul gem. And this is going to be tough, and you'll have to make one. Head to the Mages Guild in Leowyn and speak with Alves. She sells the spell Soul Trap, however you're going to need to be level 25 in Mysticism to use this, and she also sells Grand Soul Gems, which will cost about 350.
What can I interest you in? I appreciate only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
The next part requires you to find a dark altar. Now I'm not sure if you can use these before you do a certain part of the Mage Guild quest, because I had already done that. In previous Elder Scroll Oblivion game you could do this, but it didn't seem to work for me before doing this quest. And that quest is the Necromancer's Moon, part of the Mages Guild, and it's about 6 hours into it. When you're doing this quest, they want you to travel to the Dark Fissure, and there is a dark altar, and once every 8 in-game days at around midnight, a pink glow will glow above the altar, and this is when you can use it. Like I said, I'm not sure if it works. Before doing this quest, I couldn't get it to work, but it may have just been bugged, and it does work, so it's worth trying before spending a long time doing the Mages Guild. So when you're at the Dark Altar, you simply wait for 24 hours in-game until eventually the sky above it will glow pink. Once you do that, all you have to do is place your Grand Soul Gem into the altar, and then you can cast a Soul Trap on it, and this will instantly transform it into a Black Soul Gem. Take the Black Soul Gem to Vermina, and she wants you to retrieve an orb from her tower. Head into the cellar inside of the tower, and the orb is right there, and you can return it to her for the Skull of Corruption. Sanguine Shrine is north of Skingrad, and she requires a bottle of Cyrodiilic brandy as a tribute, which you can find easily in the Gilded Craft in the Imperial City.
Only quality goods.
Another mortal come to beg Sanguine to add a bit of spice to an otherwise drab existence.
To complete this quest, travel to the castle in Leowyn, and you need to enter into the dinner party. You can persuade the guard to let you in, or you can equip some nice clothes, and inside you simply need to cast the spell of Stark Reality on the guests and run away and return to Sanguine to get Sanguine's rose as a reward.
You seem like a really good person. You can go in.
By the gods, there's a psychopath on the loose!
You'll find your equipment in that chest over there. And here's a little something for your efforts. Maybe we'll celebrate again sometime.
The Shrine of Nocturnal is close to Leowyn. You can interact with this one once you reach level 10.
Night among strangers. Secrets in the dark. Nocturnal is here.
The quest simply involves finding and returning the Eye of Nocturnal. Head south, skip Leowyn and the quest marker, and head straight for the Tidewater Cave. Inside of the cave, take several lefts and head underwater to find the eye, and you can return it to the Shrine of Nocturnal for the skeleton key. Super easy and quick to do.
You, mortal, may take this. It shall open the secrets of dark places for you.
The Shrine of Meridia is just to the west of Skingrad, and she requires some bone meal or ectoplasm. You can buy this from the Magic Emporium in Imperial City. The task is to simply head to the Howling Cave close by and defeat the 5 tough necromancers. After you've done this, return to Meridia to get the Khajiiti ring.
And by your offering, you have made the profane your interest mortal.
The Perryrite Shrine can be found on the very east of the map. When you arrive here, you see there are followers not moving, and you can talk with Perryrite if you're level 10, and he mentions his followers' souls are trapped in Oblivion.
This one moves. A welcome change. So, mortal, you have found my shrine, and you have seen my followers.
You can travel into the Oblivion to find the souls, and it's not hard, they're marked on the map for you. You simply have to interact with all 5 and then return, and Perryrite will give you the spellbreaker shield.
Perhaps they have learned the folly of attempting to touch a Daedra prince. Take this with my blessing. May it bring you order.
Malekith's Shrine is found north of Anvil. First you'll need to get some troll fat, which can be found in the Imperial City, and you also have to be level 10. You can give the fat to Malekith, who wants you to help his ogres.
You brought a present. Good. That's smart. You want something? And if you're smart, you do what I tell you.
Head to the Lord Drad's estate and speak with the Lord and Lady here. You can persuade them, and eventually one of them will tell you about the trolls inside of the mine. This leads you to the Bleak Mine, where you can free the trolls inside of the cave, requiring hard lockpicking, and once they're free you can return to Malekith to get the volendrung weapon.
And be nice to my little brothers.
The Shrine of Mephala, the web spinner, is just north of the Imperial City and northeast of the Roxy Inn. You need to be level 15 to start this and bring Nightshade. Again, this is sold in the Gilded Carafe in Imperial City, and it's needed to be after midnight as well to start this one.
In Bleaker's Way, 2 families, Nord and Dunward, live in perfect harmony, but beneath the surface lurks the secret seed of strife.
Her quest requires you to frame a family for murder. Head to the Bleaker's Way and speak to the people in town and discover who the 2 leaders are. You discover it's Hrol Ufgar and Nivan Dalvilu. Next you need to break into each of their houses and steal something. In Hrol's house you can steal his ring, and in Nivan's house you can steal his dagger. Next you need to wait until it's midnight or after dark, and you can sneak into each of their houses and murder them. Kill Nivan and you can plant Hrol's ring on him, and do the opposite, you can kill Hrol and plant Nivan's dagger on him.
You're not supposed to be in here. Help! Help! I'm being attacked! Whoa.
After you do this, talk to any town member about them, and they will start fighting, and you can return to Mephala, and you're rewarded with the Ebony Blade. The Shrine of Hircine is just south of the Imperial City. You must be level 17 and need either a wolf or bear pelt, which you can buy from the Three Brothers Trade Goods in Imperial City. This quest is simple. You need to go to the location marked and hunt and defeat the unicorn and bring its horn back to Hircine to get the Saviour's hide.
Perhaps I should ask you, mortal. Take your prey and whisper my name.
The Shrine of Molag is west of the Imperial City and requires you to be level 17 and have a Lion's Pelt, which is found if you go towards Brenna Cross Inn, which is just north of the town of Anvil, or close to the Lord Drad's estate from the previous one we talked about. Then you will come across plenty of lions, no problem. Your quest is to get Patelius to attack you, and with the Mace of Molag. First travel to the Brindle home and you can persuade one of the NPCs to show you where he is. You can then head towards him. Skip the time to 10 AM and he will visit his wife's grave. You can drop the cursed mace next to him and then simply punch him. He should pick it up and then attack you.
Hey, I have sworn not to raise a weapon in anger, but you have offended. What's the matter? Getting tired?
If you're a high level and it's taken a while, you can jump off of the roof of his house to drop your health quicker. After you've done this, you can return to the shrine and you can keep the mace as a reward.
Keep up the good work, little mortal.
The Shrine of Bothia is in the mountains to the east, and you need to be level 20 and have a Daedra heart on you. You can get Daedra hearts, no problem, from Dramora's inside of Oblivion gates. Talk with Bothia, and she says you're not one of her followers. To prove yourself, you must defeat 10 rounds of combat inside of her realm.
Do you hope to be counted among my chosen? Then prove yourself to me, mortal.
All you have to do is defeat the 10 enemies inside of the Oblivion realm, and you will be rewarded with the Goldbrand Blade.
The others are dust. You alone, Imperial, remain. First, take Goldbrand, sheathe it in your enemies, and offer their souls as praise to me.
The Shrine of Clavicus Vial is southwest of Imperial City, and you have to be level 20 to start this and give him 500 gold.
A mortal! Wonderful. Always a pleasure. Perhaps a true service for me, mortal, and I'll reward you. A fair bargain, don't you think?
Clavicus wants you to retrieve his sword Umbra, and first you have to go to a town, along the way which you will hear the voice of Barbas, and he'll say that you should keep Umbra instead. So it's up to you whether you get Umbra as a reward or Clavicus Vial Mask for this quest.
I am his hound, and I serve the Lord Clavicus.
Head straight to Vindicil, and inside you can find Umbra, and you can fight her and defeat her to steal the sword and her armor set.
Umbra is my blade.
You can then either return to Clavicus Vial with Umbra, or you can keep it for yourself, but you can only get one of these as a reward. The Clavicus Vial Mask gives you plus 20 personality, and also is the equivalent of a Daedric helmet. Umbra, however, is one of the better one-handed swords in the game. Finally, go to the Shrine of Hermias Mora, and is found in the northwest of the map. This requires you to be level 20, have completed all 14 other Daedric quests that we've gone over, and you have to have sacrificed one of your Daedric items as well with Martin as part of the main storyline. Hermias will give you a special soul trap spell and soul gem, and he wants you to capture the soul of one of each type of race, 10 in total. And the easiest way to do this, and you can do it in about 5 minutes, is to simply fast travel back to the previous Daedra shrines that we've already covered, and you can kill and capture the souls of the followers at the shrines, and you should find all 10 of them doing this.
God, there's a psychopath on the help! Ha-ha! I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Return to Hermias Mora and get your reward, the oghma infinium, which permanently increases some of your stats by 10. Guys, that is it for this guide on getting all of the Daedric artifacts and weapons with quests in the Oblivion remake. Like and subscribe for more guides, and I will see you in the next one.